Welcome back. This afternoon, you're listening to the Todd Laborowitz Show, Real Estate Radio on Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. I am your host, Todd Laborowitz, and we are now speaking with Sarah Burnett from Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County, a.k.a. CVC.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for being here. Well, some fun facts that I looked up before you came in Montgomery County, we have a population of 971,000 people and 344,000 households just in Montgomery County. And you're basically a nonprofit that works with local businesses to enrich and just I'll let you take over to explain what the CVC is all about.
Absolutely. The Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County is an association of businesses giving back to the community through volunteer service. We have all kinds of businesses coming together and using their talented employees to give back to nonprofits throughout the county, serving in all sorts of fields from education to housing and homelessness to environmental causes. We do a little bit of everything with our members.
Perfect. And in Montgomery County, we actually have 4 of the Fortune 500 companies, one being Lockheed Martin, Marriott International, Host Hotels and Resorts, and Coventry Healthcare.
Yes, and I'm proud to say that 3 of those 4 are actually involved with the Corporate Volunteer Council, and we're thrilled to get to work with them.
Great. So you're working with the large ones, and you're also working with the smaller businesses in the county.
Yeah, I think one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is that nearly 95% of the businesses in Montgomery County are considered small businesses. We are home to a lot of small businesses that have a lot of resources that they can contribute to make our community the best place to live and work.
Perfect. And also I noticed on the website that you have, it's not just small businesses, it's also nonprofits are getting involved with your nonprofit.
Absolutely, absolutely. We have our business members, but they bring to us what we like to call our nonprofit partners. So they introduce us to nonprofits that their employees have volunteered with, that they've had a wonderful experience with, so we can share that with other members that are looking to get involved with a new organization. We're able to exchange best practices and give a little referral and say, this nonprofit is a rock star in the community, get your team involved.
Perfect. Well, can you tell me a little bit about the Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County, a.k.a. CVC, and how you serve our community?
Absolutely. My job is really fun. I get to play matchmaker between businesses and nonprofits. It's pretty much the most rewarding job anybody can have, and I get to do it. So what we do is we offer educational opportunities for our members. They can come and learn about topics around employee volunteerism and corporate social responsibilities. We do a little networking. Every time businesses get together, there's networking involved, but there's nothing quite like doing business with somebody who shares your values. And then we organize service projects. So we have our member businesses will sponsor a service project with their nonprofit partner and invite all of our other members to participate. So that's one of the best things we get to do is get out there and get our hands dirty, roll up our sleeves, and volunteer in Montgomery County.
Perfect. Well, I'm seeing a lot of passion. How did you get involved with the CVC?
I was working for a member business. And at the time, the president of that company was the president of the CVC board. So I got to work hand in hand with him, organizing service projects for CVC members, and fell in love. And I got to hear when they were looking for an employee to step in and help run the show. I said to my boss, hey, can I apply for that? And he said, you know what? I'd be sad to lose you, but I will support you in that endeavor. Had a little competition, but ended up getting the job. And I just celebrated 3 years with the organization last week.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
I also noticed on the website there was benefits for the companies.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What are those benefits, or do you have a story that
Well, we talk a lot about how employee volunteerism builds brand awareness and affinity. You know, we strengthen loyalty among our customers. We're involving our employees, which improves their performance and their job satisfaction. We had a small business that got involved, about 50 employees, was able to build a branded employee volunteer program, and actually last year won our Small Business Award at our annual awards luncheon. They're working with more than 25 nonprofits, just supporting various organizations throughout the area.
Well, I heard you hosted a pretty impactful project last month What was it?
We did. This year is actually really exciting. We launched our Workforce for Good service projects, which has one of our members sponsoring an event each month. Last month, it was Apartment Turnovers Incorporated. They're a small company that does the work in between your tenants in your rental properties. And Rebuilding Together Montgomery County was our nonprofit partner. They were able to identify a family that had really fallen upon hard times. They were homeowners, single mom, 2 kids. There had been a flood in their home.
Ouch.
And luckily there was an insurance settlement, but unfortunately, mom's ex-husband ran off with the dollars, and they weren't able to get any of the repairs done that really needed to be done. They were living in the home this way for several years.
Ouch.
They were referred to Rebuilding Together, and Rebuilding Together connected us with them. We took the incredibly talented team from Apartment Turnovers over to their condo in Germantown. We painted, we repaired holes in the walls, we installed new lighting fixtures, new appliances in the kitchen. We got Home Depot to donate flooring. Home Depot Germantown,
wow.
Amazing to work with. They donated laminate flooring that the Apartment Turnovers team installed. And this is my favorite part. I went back after the project was done, and the 8-year-old daughter was sliding around on those floors in her stocking feet. She was so young when the flood occurred and the floors were damaged. She didn't remember having proper flooring.
Wow.
She'd been walking around on concrete since she was a toddler. So it was just really, really cool to see how one of our local businesses was able to bring their really talented folks out and do something for a family that had a great need.
Wow, you guys made a huge difference in that business.
I sure
I got
hope
the
so.
chills. Well, I know today we were talking about with hazard insurance and all these things with like the electricity's going out and generators. You have a program, you were mentioning something about homeowners loss and financial literacy. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So we just talked a little bit about the project that we did that really helped a family who had experienced a loss. And in May, we're doing another project, slightly related, but a completely different idea. We're working with Junior Achievement of Greater Washington here in Montgomery County, who has a great partnership with Montgomery County Public Schools to teach economics for success. Their proven curriculum for 6th graders. It's all about identifying skills, interests, and values as they start to think about what kind of education they want to get, what kind of careers they want to get into, setting goals, balancing budgets, and what it means as a consumer to understand credit and debit, credit scores, assessing risk, and getting insurance, and why that's so important. And then, so we're going to go in with this great curriculum, get some training, go into the classrooms, and teach these kids. Doesn't require any specific knowledge. You don't have to be a financial planner. They give you all the materials. We're doing that this May at Ebrook Lee Middle School and Farquhar Middle School.
Wow.
We're really excited to get a volunteer group together, come into these classrooms and get these kids started with their excellent financial literacy knowledge.
That's amazing. You're showing such a big impact. It's making a difference within the community. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I have with me Sarah Burnett with Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County, a.k.a. CVC. I am your host, Todd Laborowit, and you are listening to Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. This is such a wonderful organization. Tell me about, how did it get started?
Well, I wasn't around when it got started because it was 27 years ago and I was still in elementary school. But as I understand it, it was 4 businesses sitting around a table saying, if we got together and coordinated, if we worked together, we could do so much more to help our community. And that's how it started. They partnered with the Montgomery County Volunteer Center and started the Corporate Volunteer Council to help businesses identify the greatest needs in the community so that they could use their talented workforce to solve some of the problems that we have as a community.
That's wonderful. And how can the businesses locally get involved with you guys at the CVC?
Well, we invite anyone who's interested to come try us out by participating in one of our service projects. You can visit cvc-mc.org to learn about what we have coming up. And if it seems like a good fit, we'd love to have businesses join us. It's a very small membership fee based on the number of employees in the county. And we work together, partner with the business to make sure that they're building effective partnerships with nonprofits that work effectively in the county.
And as far as people in need, how do they seek you or do you seek them? How does that work?
So what I get to do is I get to understand where the business is coming from, how many employees they have, when they're looking to do a service project, what their passions are as an organization, and enter into my deep library of nonprofit knowledge in the county to find a good fit. So I spend a lot of time going out to nonprofits to understand what their needs are and what volunteer opportunities they have. And we rely on our businesses to refer nonprofits to us as well that they've worked with perhaps before they got involved with the CVC.
Okay, so you're really the matchmaker.
That's it. I really get to do it. Matchmaking every day, all day. It's so much fun.
And also, what about our neighboring counties as far as like in Maryland, PG County, Howard County, the DC to the Virginia? Do they learn off of you, or they're...
Well, we're really proud to say that we've been nationally recognized as far as corporate volunteer councils go. Last June, we were recognized by the Points of Light Foundation as the CVC of the year. Unfortunately, not every municipality has a corporate volunteer council. I do know that we have Volunteer Fairfax over in Virginia and Business Volunteers in Baltimore that are doing really great work.
Well, Sarah, I really do appreciate you being here today. And explaining more about Corporate Volunteer Council of Montgomery County and the impact that you create, because you are making a huge difference within our community.
Thank you so much for having me.
By the way, if you're just tuning in, we just finished up with Sarah Burnett with CVC, and we're now bringing in Craig Gildner, our producer of the show. As promised, we are going to give away an iPad mini, and because he doesn't know any of these people in there...
I don't. I am completely non-objective. You couldn't have picked a better person to do this. So
perfect.
Yeah, multitasking.
So what we're going to do is if you can go ahead and draw the name out of there, we'll give them 2 weeks from today to call in to 301-467-8444 and claim your prize, the iPad mini.
Okay, and for the folks at home, I do have my eyes closed, right, Todd?
Your eyes are closed.
Okay, all right. And
no, not that one. No, just kidding.
And it looks like the winner of the mini iPad is Tammy Elkins. Tammy Elkins. Yes.
Okay, so we have a winner, Tammy Elkins. Just give a call in to 301-467-8444 to claim your iPad mini within 2 weeks from today, and we'll go ahead and get that out to you. Next Saturday at 1 p.m., we'll be talking with real estate agent Lisa Abrams with the Abrams Group at RE/MAX Town Center at Park Potomac. Lisa is a longtime resident of Montgomery County and is very familiar with the local market, and we look forward to hearing what she has to say. Also next Saturday, we'll be talking with David Feldman with Bethesda Green. Tune in to the Todd Laborowitz Show next Saturday, April 26th at 1 p.m. right here on Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. You need the inside scoop. Thank you to Jim Fabb, Jim Musgrave, Julie Statlin, and Sarah Burnett, and as always, Craig Gildner, our producer. I really appreciate y'all being here today and looking forward to the next show.
You don't go through life with a paralyzing fear every time you have a financial transaction. So why is applying for a mortgage so scary? At Topaz Mortgage with Todd Laborowitz, it is about educating and empowering you to get from point A to point B. Todd provides you with his exact closing cost, best interest rate, then invites you to shop around. Plus, if you call with questions, Todd picks up with the answers. Learn more at whytopaz.com. They are industry experts that care. Topaz Mortgage, NMLS 131548, licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, NC 5344, Washington, D.C., MLB 131548, Maryland 18330, Todd Laborowitz, NMLS 131497.